All right, this is gonna be a pretty quick and chill video, but I think there's some value to some videos like this, and hopefully it'll be a little bit easier for Brian to edit than the color challenge video that I just filmed and worked on. Don't know if that'll be out yet. Maybe this one will come out before it. But anyway, today has been a long day and it's a random Wednesday night, and I'm like, what could be better than just simming out for a little bit? So I wanted to do a quick face cam voiceover for this speed build that I just randomly recorded last night for this sort of legacy thing I'm doing now. I never play the game anymore. I usually just build, but I made a sim that I really like. His name is Yash, and he is living with Salim Benali right now while he waits for his Brightchester acceptance letter because he's gonna go to university. But right now he's living in San Myshuno with a friend of a friend, Salim Benali. If you know The Sims, you know Saleem. He lives in the Arts Quarter in Medina Studios. Last night, I just kind of did like a little refresh of the apartment because I'm trying to keep this low key, like this gameplay, and kind of keeping it silly and fun and like just very unserious. For some reason, I get so stressed by The Sims lately, and I just like want everything to look a certain way and be perfect, which is so stupid because like Sims is like stupid and unserious and super fun. So again, trying to keep it chill, and yeah, let's get into the speed build. So in the speed build, I really was going for personality here. Like as you can see, I'm starting to like put some blackout blinds, kind of trying to get a feel for Salim's personalities, because the storyline that I'm kind of going with right now is that Salim Benali is a friend of my like legacy heir sim, if you want to call it that, Yash, in San Myshuno. So there's Yash there in his pizza print sleeping bag. That's where he's crashing right now with Saleem, just because when you start with a sim and you want them to go to university, you need to like apply for university, and it takes like 3 days for them to get, like 3 sim days for them to get accepted or denied in university. I don't think I've ever had a sim be denied university. Do all sims get in? I don't know. Let me know if you know, if anyone's watching who's played university in Sims 4. So the storyline here is that Yash is just crashing on Salim's floor. So I kind of wanted this apartment to reflect Salim's personality and him as a sim and as like kind of a side character in this kind of gameplay that I'm just sort of casually, low-keyly doing just on my own. But I thought, you know, maybe this is kind of interesting to watch, just seeing how I kind of do things on my own when I am playing, just, you know, for fun in The Sims. So I'm just kind of giving his apartment here just a quick update. Like I thought that he should have a microwave, for example. I don't think that Saleem is a huge cook. When you load into the game, he is in level 2 of the writer career. He is a blogger. But my storyline is that he's taking a break from writing to heal his creative spirit. I think he'd be very much like a woo-woo sim, but he's very lazy also. That's like one of his traits. So I think he's a lot of talk and not a lot of walk, if you know what I'm saying. He is a pretty attractive sim, and in my game, like he's just met Jesus Christ. He's just met Nancy Landgrab at this karaoke bar, Planet Honey Pop, and I'm thinking in my head that like maybe Nancy Landgrab, like this is their newest kind of business real estate venture, or like, you know, investing venture for the Landgrabs. And so they bought Planet Honey Pop, and Nancy's kind of coming on to Saleem, and she's like, oh, you can get a bartending job here at the karaoke bar. So that's kind of what I'm going for. So now he's a bartender, and I imagine that he's at Planet Honey Pop and schmoozing up to Nancy, the boss, because he doesn't actually want to do like any real work, but he does want to be famous someday. And that's why I also included YouTuber, like SimTuber sort of like streaming thing. Just kind of, again, refreshing the kitchen area. He got a reward from the writer career, Saleem, that like old dinky looking computer, and that was just in his inventory, so I replaced his old computer with that. But I would like to think that maybe he'd give his old computer to his new temporary roomie Yash. So Yash like used that computer to apply to university, and hopefully he'll be going there soon and not crashing on the pizza sleeping bag for too much longer. I also love those lights, those LED lights from high school years for this particular build and sim storyline, because I just know Saleem is the type to have the LED lights in his home, and he just thinks they're so cool. And I changed the color to like kind of a purpley color. Don't like purple lights help plants grow. I think he'd also be very into plants. Like he's that plant guy that's like poses as like being really intelligent and like very focused and ambitious, but he's actually just like lazy ordering pizza every night. I feel like we all know a guy like that that's just like kind of full of himself and like thinks he's making like major moves and is giving a lot of advice to people that he knows on like how to be successful, but like you go to his apartment and you're like, bruh, what is going on? Like cute plants though, but like what is your life? Just a very like strange but unique and very like specific sim. I also thought that he'd probably be a little bit messy, and that's why I include a lot of clutter here. I thought that box from, I don't think it's from the Everyday Clutter Kit because I don't have that installed. I can't remember, maybe it's from Basement Treasures, but because I think I do have that installed, yeah. But I was thinking maybe that's some of Yash's stuff that he has. For a second, I think I deleted this later because it was, the Sims couldn't route through this hallway, but I was thinking maybe Saleem, like part of his like quirky personality is that he has like a lot of shoes. So at one point I included like just a ton of shoes on the ground, and you know, maybe like when Yash moved in, he was just like, wait, dude, what? Do you wear all of these? Something like that. I don't know. These are the random things I think about, especially when I'm building and I just see random items and I get kind of inspired. Like this random plant from Jungle Adventure that I've never used, but I was like, maybe Saleem just like picked that up somewhere. Who knows? Including a lot of study stacks here and that cereal from Outdoor Retreat. I love including that item, that cereal from Outdoor Retreat, into any kitchen that I want to look a little bit dingy or a little bit more like lived in, or even kind of like a family kitchen where it's just like there are kids there eating cereal, or you know, someone like Saleem eating cereal. Nothing wrong with eating cereal, by the way, but just like when you have the open box on the counter, it just gives off a certain vibe in The Sims, if you know what I mean. Also included a bike at first. I think I eventually had to move it because yeah, it was just this hallway situation. Also looking back on it, the pipes that I included, I know like this apartment, this like 910 Medina Studios apartment comes with some pipes that you can't delete, but City Living also came with these pipe objects that I included just to make the apartment look a little bit more run down or kind of like suspicious. Like, you know, like what are all these pipes for? Kind of like a random pipe in the bathroom. It's a cheap apartment. Saleem makes it work. He's fine with it. He hasn't had any issues with the pipes bursting yet, so he makes it work, and it's affordable for where he's at in life. But now looking at all these giant pipes, I'm like, does it make sense, or is it a little too random? Here I'm adding a bunch of plants from the Blooming Rooms kit that I actually don't think I've used this kit a lot. I don't think that kits are like, I don't know how to explain it, but basically I do think that kits are kind of scammy of EA. Like they're $4.99, or at least like with US dollars, they're $4.99, and they include some items. I don't have a ton of kits just because I don't know, I can think of a lot better ways to like save and spend my money than on like the Sims kits, unfortunately. I feel like they just make so many of them these days. Like ever since I feel like they started coming out with kits, they've come out with like fewer stuff packs and like game packs and like even expansions, like quality content. I just feel like they could be focusing on that instead of just like cranking out all these kits. It's like fast fashion, like Sim style or something. That's how I view it, but I do really like the Blooming Rooms kit, even though I haven't really used it, surprisingly, until now. So I was glad that I was able to use it in this build. I like those hydroponic planters too that I put on the counter. Surprisingly enough, I was shocked to find out that this apartment originally didn't come with like the dingier used appliances that came with City Living. You know, kind of like the used kind of dingy refrigerator. Like I put it in that like pink refrigerator, but right now, I think like at that moment, or at this moment in the speed build, I still have the original oven that came with this apartment. Because like, you can see I didn't change a whole lot to this apartment, but that was kind of the vibe. Like I didn't want to gut it and start over and make it like my entirely own sort of, you know, made up thing. I just kind of wanted to take inspiration from what was already there and just make it, you know, a little bit more my style and a little bit more suited to like what I had in mind for the gameplay, like the Pizza Print sleeping bag. I just love how random that is. Like I imagine Saleem being like, yeah, dude, you can totally crash at my place. Like I have the perfect spot for you. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah, like, and then it's just like this pizza sleeping bag. I included that piano at first that came with City Living, just trying to include like City Living themed hobbies that I feel like I don't really play with a lot in my games or build with a lot in my games. I don't think I kept the piano because, again, I wanted like that like Sims Tube creator content streaming station, and that's like a 6 tile wide item. As you can see, like that's like a 4 tile item for the piano or the keyboard, and the streaming station that I wanted is like 6 tiles total, and it just wasn't going to fit in the bedroom unless I got rid of the keyboard. You see that light right there with like the plant light? I think that is so perfect for Saleem. Like that was just screaming to me like his personality, like what I think would be Saleem's personality as a sim. So I was really glad that I got to include that. I don't think I had ever even seen that. Like I know it's Blooming Rooms now, but I think when I first got the pack, like I didn't notice that item when I was kind of checking it out. I just think that Saleem would be very into plants and like yoga. I like that I include that yoga mat that's sort of like a rug between the couch and the dinky little TV that he's got there. I just feel like for Saleem, he thinks that he's all into poetry and writing and being creative, but really he just likes, you know, using his bubble blower and, you know, sitting on the couch and playing video games, which is like, there's nothing wrong with that, but just like, you know, keep it real, Saleem, is what I'm saying. But I do think that like he and my sim Yash are gonna be friends. They're getting along so far, playing video games and whatnot, and Yash is grateful to have a place to stay while he's waiting for his application to process. It was kind of nice just not like changing a whole lot to this apartment. Like I hate that bed that Saleem has, but I didn't change it because you know I can't be asked. And also like, I don't know, this is just kind of my first pass at it too. Like as I continue to play, I probably will like continue to make more changes to this apartment and like these Sims and their storylines. But right now, like I'm very happy with what I was able to do to this apartment, again, to just make it a little bit more customized, a little bit more lived in, going along more with what I imagined for this sim, for this apartment. Here I am trying to make sense of where I can put this item. What is it called? The More Choices video station. Yeah, it's the video station that comes with Get Famous. So there's that. I had him film a confident vlog the other day, and I also imagine him like trying to make it as a YouTuber or like a TikToker. Anything to be famous. I'm playing with a lot of different storylines, as you can tell. But that was the speed build. Super casual, super chill, but maybe a little bit enjoyable, I hope, especially, you know, kind of a shorter video because I do think the color challenge one is going to be kind of long. So if you don't have a lot of time and you kind of want to check out a video of mine, hopefully you could enjoy this one. But yeah, I hope you're having a good day if you're watching. And if you're not watching, I also hope you're having a good day. I'm just a little sad. No, I'm kidding. It's fine. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I'll make another video soon. I don't know. I'll see ya.